Hi, I'm Vela, and like you, I'm also in lockdown because of COVID 19. But that hasn't restricted me from making money. And that's what I've been doing with Liliana. I'm going to go and have a chat with her now. Why don't you come along and join us? Hi, Liliana.
Hi.
Can I interrupt you a bit?
Sure.
And I hope you don't mind, but I've invited some friends online.
That's not a
And they're
problem.
watching. So, before we start on the business part, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
I'm married with two children and I've worked in the finance sector for my whole life. I'm now a business consultant. I've been working overseas for a little bit, so I've been back for 2 years and I've been consulting since then. And I actually love consulting because my schedules are very flexible and I have the opportunity to travel, so I have time to travel and thankfully can fund a little bit of travel. So I first heard about this 2 years ago and I was attracted to it straight away because of the travel deals that really suited me.
So wait a minute. You didn't join because of you wanted a second income stream.
No, not at all. I joined because of the travel. However, at the last minute when I was doing my enrollment, I decided to just add the representative part because I thought I might be able to get a few extra dollars for my ice cream and whatever. And so since I added that on, I thought I better go and read the compensation plan so I can understand a bit more about it. And when I read it, I was shocked at the size of the opportunity that was available. So that's why I've decided to apply a lot more effort into this business.
I'm finding that my business has grown over the past 2 weeks and even prior to months ago. Why do you think this is so?
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it, this growth, because no one is traveling. But what I believe is that people realize that this pandemic is going to finish. There is going to be an end to this. The best thing we can be doing right now, instead of talking about COVID-19 over and over again, no matter how much we talk about COVID-19, it's not going to go away. It'll go away in its own time. So the best thing we can do with our energy right now is prepare ourselves for post-pandemic, right? And I believe that people are seeing this. You know, when you look around the world, there's some good examples of people who are doing this already. So take Warren Buffett. I was just reading last week that he's actually upped his shares in the airline that he's invested into. And this is at a time when the shares have dropped, when people are trying to pull out because none of the airlines are flying, right? And what he says is that because he knows that after this pandemic, people are going to travel. The travel industry is just going to grow. It's going to shoot through the roof. And so he's going to be ready for that. And that's exactly what we're seeing here.
Liliana, did you ever think at any point that this could have been a pyramid scheme or scam?
Not at all. It didn't occur to me at all. But like with anything, I like to do my due diligence. So I did a bit of work and just understanding what the company was about, their history. So I actually didn't sign up those 2 years ago when I heard about it. So I really took my time in understanding what they were about, okay? Because of course I would be spending, time with this company. So what I found is that they have been very well recognized. So even in reputable publications like Forbes 5000, who track the America's fastest growing companies, they're in the top 25% of that, and that's impressive. But not only there, also in the travel industry, which they're a part of, they've had over 50 wins, 50 awards in the World Travel Awards. So they're recognized globally in America, in Asia, in the Africas, so all over the place. So what I realized through all my research, because remember, I also found a lot of negative things. But what I realize is that it doesn't matter what you research. Take for example, if you were deciding what company to join, or you had a job offer from somewhere like ANZ or Goodman Fielder, an international organization. When you go in and research them, you will find a lot of negative things associated with a company, with a product, and what have you. So what I realize is that you just need to take what information is out there and make an informed decision for yourself. And that's what I did, and I decided to invest into it.
Don't you find it strange that people are investing in a travel club when there's travel restrictions?
Yes, it's bizarre, but I understand why they're doing it. Okay, because what I've realized is just similar to what I explained earlier regarding Warren Buffett, right? People know that it's going to that it's going to pass. And so they are preparing themselves for it. People are going to be sick of staying at home, sick of staying in their own country, and they're going to want to travel. And I actually believe that people who didn't travel before are now going to be more open to the idea of traveling.
So what did you think about the costs when you started?
I thought they were high. That was my first impression, because I was to pay about $620, right? But then when I started to explore the opportunity that was associated with that, the opportunity is huge, okay? So what I did was just weigh that up, because I can earn, say, around 50,000 US dollars a month. I don't know of any other opportunity where you can give in 600 odd dollars and have that kind of return. And so straight away, I just thought, okay, you know what? This is a no-brainer.
You know, I used to work for the UN for 15 years and also ran a shelter for street boys for 5 years. And because I've always been passionate about working with marginalized communities. World Ventures, they do have a charity arm, right?
Yes, I do too. It's one of my favorite parts of the company. So it's called World Ventures Foundation. And what you can do is you can take a trip called a voluntour. And what happens there is that you go and you do some volunteer work in the country that you're going to, and then you enjoy your holiday. So we choose to focus on the welfare and livelihoods of children. And there was actually a trip to Fiji last year where the group came and went to Homes of Hope, did some work there for a couple of days, and they went off to the Warwick for their holiday. So there's so many different types of trips that you can enjoy, and all come under all different types of names. And they've had some fantastic ones come out recently. Have you seen them?
Oh my gosh, yes. I saw the one for South Africa. That looked really, really good.
And how much is that?
That's only 249 US dollars, and that's for 4 nights.
Yes.
And it's all inclusive of meals.
Wow. And that's at 4 and 5-star accommodation, right, and above. Because remember, the packages are only that level of accommodation. So that's a great deal.
Liliana, you know, even these deals are so exciting.
Yes.
But the thing that surprised me is that the business opportunity is even more exciting.
Yes.
So anyone can do it, right?
Yes, absolutely. And this is one of the things I love about this business opportunity, is that it doesn't discriminate. So it doesn't matter what your education level is, what your gender is, what your marital status is. If you're willing to work hard, you can be earning thousands and thousands of dollars every month, US dollars, mind you. But my favorite part of the whole income earning piece is the residual income, right? So residual income is not something we talk about often, maybe because it's not always available to us. But what this is money that you will be earning for work that you've already done, you know. So just a simple analogy is, say, an actor, when they film a movie, they only do it once, right? It might take them a couple of months, but they only go through that filming process once. Every time after that, when it's watched at a cinema or a DVD is sold, the actors all get some money from that. You know, we often refer to that as royalties. Now, this money comes to them throughout their lifetime, you know, regardless of whether they're going to look at that movie again or whether they even remember that they filmed that movie, and even after they pass on. And so they put it in their will and it passes to whoever they want to. This is exactly the same. So imagine just being able to wake up and decide, you know what, I don't want to do anything today. I'm just going to spend time with my kids or go to the beach or read a book. Your money is coming into your account all the time. And that's a very, very rare thing. So I would encourage anybody to take up this opportunity.
Thank you, Liliana. And there you have it. If you're ready to take up this opportunity, please get in touch with the person who invited you, and we'll see you at the next team meeting.